Round 7 of the Liberty Hockey One regular league season, and the home and away games finished with 3 fantastic days of action. We started on Friday evening with Hockey Club Melbourne taking on Tassie Tigers, and it was the women that were up first.
This was a game played under hot conditions, over 30 degrees, and it was a real arm wrestle between the two sides from the south. Here we see the scoring was opened by Utri. Second attempt of that goal smashed it into the backboard to get her chance for this one-on-one, and we see a great team celebration there by the girls. And we see this conversion attempt that she takes Hockey Club Melbourne to a 2-0 scoreline. And they just kept coming. Hannah Cotter, great, coming down, but they were unable to convert any of these opportunities over the course of the night. And as we mentioned, the temperature stayed well above 30, so both teams played throughout this night in hot conditions under fatigue. And Tassie didn't disappear at all. They tried to play through all of the minutes, all the 4 quarters, throwing everything at the net, but they were just unable to convert. And we got to see 2 amazing players call it an end to one chapter of their life as they move it on to the next chapter, Kari Chow and Rachel Lynch. We moved on to an exciting match with the men. This was an absolute blaze of a game, open score by White. Eddie Okinen showing his intelligence with hockey, slipping that ball to Welch, who slides it into the goal. This was a real arm wrestle, Simon, of penalty corners to begin with, but absolute talent.
Yeah, the corners to begin with. Murray there finishing off that ball that just fell kindly in front of him, but a really high quality composed finish. But it was, first half was penalty corners, but then it just started to open up after Murray had worked that, and then it was all about Cooper Burns, who got player of the night, but he started to orchestrate things to really take Hockey Club Melbourne away from Tassie Tigers, even though they scored a fabulous deflection goal there.
Yeah, it was like a blow for blow with the penalty corners. Over the course of the night, we likened it to 2 heavyweight champions just taking it to each other. But it was Hockey Club Melbourne that really did start to run away as we see this burst of speed here, opening up for Tuddenham to finish off. And Hockey Club Melbourne just sealed up the game with that play. And again, this delivery, and we see this amazing opportunity present itself to Scott, who slams it in. And that was it for Hockey Club Melbourne for the night, taking the game away. Still, this game finished in high temperatures of up to 30 degrees.
Peter Scott had that shot obviously off an angle, and that was White who bookended it. He'd scored the first, he scored the last, coming in off that injection mark just to jab a stick in and get the little bit of a lift. And then we went into Saturday, Brisbane Blaze taking on Adelaide Fire. We felt that again it might be a really difficult game for Adelaide Fire. They'd scored so few goals, and yet they came into it with a degree of confidence and desire that hasn't really been seen across most of the competition so far. It's a lot closer than many people expected, but in the end it was a Fitzpatrick hat-trick that took it away from the Fire. But Margot van Geffen on her birthday scored a beautiful rotation backhand goal. She then converted that as well before further chances. That was one of the slowest deflections that we will see from Fitzpatrick.
But executed so well, and I love her commitment to scoring goals. You see her time and time again being able to score those goals, those deflections.
Kershaw really well on that backhand that we just saw. In the men's, well, this was a little bit tighter than you would have thought. In the end, Elliot Dale popped up for a pair of goals. Got that, and then again, didn't manage with either of the conversions, but a goalkeeping error on that one by Snowden, unfortunately, as the ball rattled around. They continued to fight though, and the Fire were coming back into it for long periods. They created opportunities, and this goes down as the miss of the season. How you get the ball up and over the goal from that distance, nobody could understand, but it meant that Blaze snuck into the final 4.
And then we came down to this brilliant opener by the New South Wales Pride within the first minute, scoring their goal. And again, we see this fantastic celebration by the girls, showing that all of these hockey players have a lot to their personalities and really enjoy what they do. And unfortunately, we didn't get the conversion here that she was after, but you can see as we move through these highlights, she corrects her mistakes and she will get the conversion later on in the game. But Chill, again, they haven't had the season they probably desired to have, but they didn't go away throughout this whole game, continually pressing the Pride's defence, making movements. And here it's this intercept that sets the team up for their next goal. Abby Wilson striding away with this great presence. But it's this finishing power by her that really puts her as a stand-up player in your team. And here's her conversion. Knocks it back over the line in those dying seconds.
The men's game, well, It wasn't one for tactical purists, was it? Because it was played end to end. It was turnover, some fabulous individual skill. Davies had scored the first, but then was denied by some brilliant goalkeeping from Charter. But it was Anand Gupta who eventually got player of the match, who played brilliantly in defence, but then set up this opportunity for Dylan to finish on the backhand. He then had the conversion chance after that, which meant that Canberra Chill went 2-1 up.
And again, it's that great conversion, that composure. And we have to admit, this game was also played in above 30-degree temperatures. So we had started on Friday, 30 degrees, finished Sunday, 30 degrees, and both teams just taking it to each other. And this, we were really impressed with the aerobic capacity of both teams, Simon, to continue to play out the full hour, 60 minutes, at a ferocious pace in such conditions.
Did everything that they possibly could, and it was finished so well. Puts it on a tee, and I'm going to hit it, as Dooley finished it across the goalkeeper just to give them that scoreline. 3-2 in the end. The women's ladder, therefore, confirmation that the top four, Perth Thundersticks, well, they were dominant across the entire season. 28 points and they top the table. The Blaze are second, New South Wales Pride are third, and Tassie Tigers, meaning that there's some home interest in the finals next weekend, are in fourth. Hockey Club Melbourne, Canberra Chill and Adelaide Fire backing up 5, 6 and 7. For the men's ladder, well, the story of the weekend really is that the Tassie Tigers are forced down into fifth, courtesy of goal difference. Brisbane Blaze sneaking into fourth position, Perth Thundersticks in third, Hockey Club Melbourne in second, and Canberra Chill, courtesy of that victory today, they top the table, 25 points. They go into the finals, position number 1. And the Hockey One Cup, this is the aggregate goals scored across each evening, and then the team that wins that gets the points. And Perth Thundersticks, Renee would like me to say it's courtesy of the women's performance pretty much across the league, because they have been so dominant. They top it off. We go New South Wales Pride in second, Brisbane Blaze in third, Hockey Club Melbourne in fourth. What a weekend of action to finish the Liberty Hockey One regular season. One more full weekend to go. Renee, thank you so much for your company and your expert analysis. One big weekend, Hockey Centre Tasmania is where all the action will be. We'll be there live with all of the coverage. You can still get tickets online if you want to be there yourselves. Thank you for the company across the season so far. Just one more weekend to go.